Welcome back to our channel. It's been a minute and you can blame it on me. So we had recorded footage over the Easter period, and because I was not happy with the product, I was just like, nah, it's not going up. What kind of a headphones at some point? I had like a stick on my hand. It was just messy, and also the kids were just like making noise. So guys, we are apologizing, or I am apologizing rather. But we're back, and we're gonna have a good time. So, business out of the way, please share, like, subscribe, comment, and press that notification bell so you can become the notification gang. Anyway, today we are having a story time, and what are we talking about?
We're talking about how we met. We are taking it back.
Yes, how me and Mr. Nacho met. I think he needs to start because apparently story Mina.
It has other things there which are not the right things. So I will start. We met at one of the companies that we used to work for in 2009. So I started working there the year before, and then she came. But unfortunately, I don't remember the first day that I saw her.
You wouldn't.
You know? Because, for me, man, I remember seeing her a few days later. Like, oh, there's this other new girl, crazy. She just looks like a crazy girl who changes names out of nowhere because she came in with this name. A few weeks later, no, that's my name, but no, people call me this.
Guys, those who know me, you know that I'm not a fan of using Utokas, right?
So, why did you come in as Dorcas then?
Because it's on my ID, and Cindy is a family name, so they decided to use Cindy or Dorcas instead of Cindy. So I was just like, nah, fam, I want Cindy.
Yeah, so she was that person that changed names and weird person like that. So but she has a story about the first day.
Yes, and let me share because this is how it went down. So your girl is hired at this PR company in 2009, and Ugai is already an employee over there. And because I was traveling with my sister and she needed to be at work at 7 o'clock, I needed to be there earlier, so which is 6:30. But by that time, the company is open even longer, 6 o'clock. So when I got there, the IT guy and the driver is at the reception area, and now they're chilling with the girl. And here comes this guy from the corridor. Clearly, he was there before I got there. And he comes and he says, "Hi, Bro Clive. Hi, Bapfana." Cold shoulder is me. He doesn't even say hi. Like, for me, if I was in that position, I'd be like, "Oh, hi, Bapfana. Hi, Clive. Oh, hi." And then go on, do what I needed to do at that time. The guy just ignored me, like point blank, ignored me.
Can I just explain myself though, right? So with me, like I always say that I'm not a people's person. So people just overwhelm me and they do things to me. So because I was used to seeing, I knew that, okay, at this time, these are the people that are there. So in my mind, I prepare myself. I'm going to see this person, and I say hi to them. And I'm going to go and do my own thing. Next thing, I get there. I know things are different now. There's someone else. So I greet, but now, caught by surprise, there's someone else. So
you greet the people you know. You don't greet everybody.
The people that I knew I'm gonna see there. Next thing, it's different. So while I'm there, I'm like, oh, okay, can I just be invisible and disappear and not be seen? You know, that's what was happening to me.
Guys, I don't actually get this concept because for me, all right, if I walk into a place scenario, I would have just said Sanbanani or said like Hyper Club, Hyper Bapfana, hey, and then I live my best life.
So
or it's a collective, it's inclusive for everybody, and I would have said hi. But anyway, we ran along. Then I'm just like, here is this guy, he's all that in a bag of chips. And I'm just like, I'm not like, we are not in the same WhatsApp group. Anyway, so we did not speak the whole of 2009. When we started speaking towards the end of 2010. And we had like a mutual friend, and that's how I started speaking to a brother over here. because, oh
Then
my
yeah,
gosh, I
you
was just
come
like,
through the friend to come talk to me. And then sometime later now, this friend of mine tells me that, oh, Cindy was telling me that she likes you. Right? And I'm like, oh, Cindy likes me. And the thing with me, I was like, I don't want any girl next to me. I want nothing. I'm fine by myself, chilling at home. Weekend, I watch soccer. Sunday, I go to church, come back home, watch soccer, watch TV. That's it. So I didn't want any other thing. So now, because with before as well, whenever, there was someone like that, I would tell them right then that, sorry,
Unama. He would ghost them, guys. He would, no, babe, don't lie.
I would tell
Babe,
them.
you have told me that you ghosted them. So, begaba ghosta. And if futhi ngizokutshela isitori esinye but ngizokutshela but
So my thing was like, okay, the sooner I tell this person that I am not interested, the better. Because for me, with dating, I didn't like by then I had never dated, and one thing I've always told myself is my first girlfriend is going to be my wife. I don't want ex-girlfriends and dealing with such things in life. And at the time, I knew that okay, I'm not planning on getting married anytime soon. So this person, I don't even want to date. You know how people would be dating for like 5, 10 years? That's not me.
can never be me also.
So that's why I was like, okay. So what I did then was with us talking and everything, I made her tell me that she liked me.
Can I just add, guys, Uguti, this person based on BBM now because we are now friends, right?
Yes.
Chatting on BBM till 1 o'clock in the morning. I need to be up at 4.
Yeah, you couldn't stop yourself. Yeah. That's what happened.
Okay.
Okay. And me being the nice person, I'll be like, okay, let's talk then, because you're gonna talk to me. But then I made her tell me that she likes me, so that I can be like, okay, I'm not there. I'm not interested. We are cool as friends. But so I did that, but she was still, there.
So I think for me, I valued the friendship more than us dating. Obviously, like my heart was a bit like, because hey, Nango brother can't see the girl. But it was okay. I think I valued the friendship more. And also at that time, that mutual friend that we had, brother. So here I was, a girl, being a sweetheart.
Until the day then you asked for my phone. I think you explained the story better when you get there.
Okay, so early 2012, I mean, this is as friendship, where I was just thriving good friendship. Anyway, so in 2012, early 2012, in our friendship, like we're like really close. So his phone was mine and vice versa, like we just were close like that. I asked for his phone. I'm 17, and at that time we were using like a BBM, BlackBerry, and he had not closed his messaging app, and he was having a conversation with one of his lady friends, who was ex-crush, or she crashed on him, so he says. Anyway, so this girl is asking, okay, so what's actually happening between you and Cindy? You guys are always hanging out on weekends. You're doing things that like people who date do. Like, what's the story? And
okay. I think this is the one that I ghosted. That from what I remember.
No. Anyway, I want to finish all up my guys. Well, I mean, stories are messy otherwise. Anyway, so this girl asked these questions, and then for him, I think he was trying to get a point across. There's nothing happening between him and myself and him, and he's just like, no, Cindy is not my type. Can never be my type. She's not. And he said like some mean things.
I was just trying to convince. I think even myself as well. That
in the process, dishonoring me. So I read all these things. I read this conversation. And I was just like, and the footing for me to read the conversation is because I saw my name, And as I read this, I was just like, oh, shucks, okay. Instead of doing what I needed to do with the phone, I just gave his phone back and I left the room, or his studio rather. I went back to my office
And so what used to happen was when you got home, because you got home before me, You would tell me, "Hey, I'm home," and then when I get home, we start chatting from then until 1 in the morning. So this time I get home, nothing on my phone. Hey, okay, and then I'm thinking maybe she went to a friend's place or something. So I send her a message, "Hey, I'm home." Then 2 hours later, it's like, okay, how? Okay, what's happening now? Then, like a few minutes, an hour or so later, I get a message. So from now on, I think we'll just be colleagues. I won't bother you anymore in your life. And I'm like, huh? So when I think back now, I'm like, oh, there was a time she asked for my phone. Maybe she saw my chat with this friend of mine.
I'm a thorn in his life. Thorn. Apparently.
So then I'm like, oh, okay. Now here I've messed up now because she see these things, which I didn't really mean. I was just trying to convince this person, oh, that this is what's happening. But yeah, the evening was like the worst evening ever for me because now I'm back to that life that I was now not used to of watching TV all by myself instead of chatting until 1. I'm sure I slept after 1 even, all bored by myself. But in there, I think I sent an email to apologize. I wrote.
You sent it maybe that evening, but I
Yes,
received it.
yeah, I think at that night I was typing it out and stuff. Like 5 things I like about you or something. Then I emailed it in the morning. And even with that, she was just like, there was just this.
Because I was a thorn in his life.
There was this war.
As in, like, I was a good friend, and this guy just his other friends, which was like not okay. It was not cool.
Understandably so. So then a few days later, she comes. I think it was like 2 days later or 3.
So it was a week.
No, then she comes to me and says, so she had this friend who was a musician. So she's like, oh, my friend. Yeah, she's still a musician, but she was in a band at the time. So like, oh, my friend is performing. Do you want to come with me? I'm like, okay, but what about the fact that you are mad at me right now? She's like, no, don't ask about that. Do you want to come with me or not? I'm like, okay, now let's go. So Friday night we go there together, and then she loses her phone that night. So now she's crying. So I'm like, oh, okay, yes, come, cry right here, I'm that shoulder now that she can cry on and stuff. And then during that time as well, that's when I realized that, I think this person, I've just been, covering my feelings here for her. I actually like her more than just like not the friendship thing, and just because I didn't want commitment and stuff, that's why I didn't really think about it. Then I'm like, hey, okay, I'm gonna have to tell her this. But so I say to her, hey, there's something I want to tell you, but I'll tell you one day. That's all I said. But then it took about 2 months. No,
a month.
It was like a few days, man.
A month.
It's like, okay, I'm gonna tell her. But now, because I've never done this in my life also, I'm like, I'm gonna stumble over my words when I try to speak. So what I did was I typed it out or I wrote it down, I don't remember. And then
You typed it out on your phone?
Oh, on my phone, yes. I typed it out on my phone and then I called her to my office and then I gave her the phone.
Brother. He was itamat. Guys, he was red on the face. So I get to the office and they're like, what's up? And then he gives the phone, like, what must I do with this thing? And he's just like, no, read. So his studio has a couch, so I'm sitting there, and then he's sitting there by the desk, and I don't know if he was working. You weren't working. I'm sure you were just playing around with the mouse but you can see this super red and stuff. So I take the phone, I sit, I read. In my heart, I'm just like, yes, finally. And then I read. Okay, we are shaker, guys. Tamat red in the face, like red in the face. But anyway, I read. I give him back the phone, and I leave the studio. I don't say anything. I'm just like, oh, okay, and then I leave.
Then you left, and then later on, because I think I walked you to the taxis, and even then we didn't talk about it. Only later on when we get home. You're talking, I don't know what we're talking about, but then in the middle of that you say yes. So then I'm answering other things and then you're like, did you hear what I said? I said yes. So yeah, it was just awkward. Like, okay, you said yes to my question.
Yeah,
So now we are dating. Yeah, it was just weird, you know. But now she was my girlfriend. Then we were not just friends at the time. In the middle of that whole yes, whatever thing. And yeah, that's how we got to move from the friend zone to now the dating.
Guys, I was friend zoned for almost 2 years, for a year and a bit. Only to be wifey.
Right now, yeah, this is where we are.
Yes, I'm the rib. I'm your rib.
They took you right here. Out of here. But yeah, this is where we are now with kids. We will now go to the next one. One day we'll tell you guys the dating parts.
The dating part. And oh, guys, actually, while we were being friend zoned, our mutual friend here, okay. Karabo is gay. Story for another day. We're actually gonna share the story one day. A mutual friend, not gay friend. Hey! Whoa! But anyway, guys, this is us. We are done. I hope this was fun. See you in the next video.
Hopefully, it will be soon.
Very soon. We pray. Amen.
Amen.